Good evening, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to BYJU'S Exam Prep. My name is Navin, and today I'm going to take you through the reasons why you should and or you should not take a drop for CAT 2023. Well, I'm going to categorize, if you are, trying to write CAT again, I'm going to categorize you into two categories. One, who wrote CAT 2022, okay, whether you wrote the previous CATs or not doesn't matter. Or the second type of student you may be who wrote CAT couple of years ago or maybe 3 years ago, and now you are reattempting CAT because right now you are settled in your job or in your life, so you are thinking to write CAT again. So there are few things that it is very important for us to understand. Okay. Yeah. Hi, Harshad. Okay. It's very important. First thing is you can't measure everything in ranks. Suppose you have not been the topper of your class or your college since your childhood. You have not been very great at acads. You have not been very great at your extracurricular activities. You may not have a good hobby apart from binge watching series on Netflix or Prime, right? So, if you're not great at, ACADS, should you really attempt CAT again? That is important. Okay. It depends on how much did you score? What was your percentile in the last CAT? So, if you have scored somewhere around, let's say, a 70 percentile, around 70 percentile, okay, and let's say up to around, let's say, 95 percentile. So this is a huge range, right? It's a huge range when it comes to percentile. This is not a huge range when it comes to score. Now, a person who has scored a 70 percentile in CAT 2022 has a lot of ground to improve. This person can reach up to 95 or a 99 or even a 100 percentile if that person pays a lot of attention and devise a proper strategy to ace the exam. So इसके पास तो improvement का बहुत option. There are tons of work that can be done. You definitely did not score a good or a decent percentile somewhere around 70 percentile because of few of these reasons. One reason could be you choked during the exam, you panicked. Okay. Second reason would be you panicked because your verbal did not go well. Third reason would be you prepared, but you were not expecting either the paper is going to be that tough or it's going to be that easy, as in you over prepared or you were under prepared, right? So these are the three reasons wherein people, even though they may have prepared for 2022, they did not do so well. So there is a lot of place where you can improve your score. You can strategize your writing a lot of mocks. A lot of mocks means it depends from person to person, but I would still say nothing less than 15 mocks is, it's bad. Anything above 15 is wherein you will have a hang of as to what you are doing, which section you're struggling with, what are the types of questions you're struggling with, how you can improve there, right? And a person who has scored around 90 or 95 percentile, you do not have a lot of place for improvement. You are already at almost at your peak. Okay, so there is not much concepts that you have to do. Maybe the topics that you skipped, you did not follow them through properly while revising for CAT 2022. Herein, you have to just build your strategy. There is not concept wise that you have to improve much. So strategy की जरूरत है. ठीक है? Why? Because these are the people right now who are going after the top college. I have had students who actually scored a 97 or a 98 percentile in CAT 2022 and they are still going for CAT 2023 because they do not want to go anything less than 99 percentile and they want to get into A, B, C, FMS, K, I. As in the top 4-5 IIMs, FMS, they just want to go to those colleges. They do not want to even go to the newer IIMs, right? So everyone has a different priority. But a person who's struggling at 70 percentile, your priority is improvement. You may know a lot of basics, but you have not covered all the topics, right? And when you have covered all the topics, you have not solved a lot of varieties of the questions that exist from that topic. And there are tons of shortcuts available, okay? Most of the students who struggle 70 percentile, those are the students who did not have maths in their 11th and 12th. So you have to go through the 11th and 12th maths, the major part being algebra and some part being geometry and a very little part of permutation and combination probability. Okay, because arithmetic is something that was taught up to 10th standard. Numbers is a concept that was taught even before that. It's just that the concepts or the type of questions that we deal with, those questions were not taught. So once we reach here, now, should you actually target only ABC? Is it like ABC jaane pe hi life set hogi? You will be earning great, or you will have a very decent profile. You will, if you are thinking of moving abroad, that's only when you can move abroad? Well, no. See, I have had a student, it was way back, it is almost 8 years now. He got a 96 some percentile. Okay, first thing. He was getting, I think, Lucknow back then. Okay, because his profile was good. He was getting Lucknow, and he was also getting Shillong. And Shillong was very new back then. Okay, that was the first batch that they were taking in. And we had no idea as to how will a new IM is going to, help him with his profile, or, get him a better job or a better role in a company. So he was in a lot of dilemma. Should he go with the new IM where not a single batch has been passed out? He was the first batch into that IM, or should he go with a pre-existing IM? Well, the only thing that I told him was, do you want to be, there is a saying in Hindi, कि अंधों में काना राजा is much better than Kana Raja where no one is blind. Okay, so if you can see only with your one eye, you are at a much better position among the blinds than if you can see with only one eye of yours, then you are at a worse position where everybody else can see. Meaning, if he had went to the older IM, he would have not been the top student, because there have been students who were much better than him. Somebody who may have scored 98 or 99 percentile, somebody who had a proper work profile. So he may not be noticed there. So he went to Shillong eventually. He was the first batch. He passed out from there as the first batch. And when the summer interns came, he had an internship of 1 lakh per month. Internship is of 2 months, right? So 1 lakh per month ka internship usko laga tha. Okay, and that was among the highest paid internships across all the IMs. One of the highest paid, I should say. Because kuch loga 1.5 bhi lagta hai. But that was a very good thing. So he went there. He was among the best students because everybody was even lesser than him. Nobody at a 96 percentile decided to go to Shillong. Okay, so he got the pre-placement. He got the PPO. Okay, pre-placement offer. He got the best job from Shillong. He was into all the societies. He actually kind of created a lot of societies over there, right? And he was in the placement department. So all of these things helped because he was at not a good college. Of course, the brand name was there. IM brand was there, but he was not among the top IMs. He was among the so-called weaker IMs back then. But he was the best student among his peer. Okay, so now let's take a case study. Okay, so this was a case study. So let's take a hypothetical case study. So a hypothetical case study would be, suppose you get a 95 or 96 percentile and you're not getting IM, you're not getting MDI, you're not getting into FMS. Okay, will it be good enough for you to get into, let's say, IMI or IMT at that percentile? Because people at 95 or 96, do they get into IMI? They don't, right? Generally people who get into IMT or IMI, they are at 92, 93 percentile. So that even 2 percentile is a lot. Okay. So if you get into IMI or IMT, you will be among the best students. And whenever you see the placement report of a particular college, you do see, right, that the top 10% of the students, they back this much of, the salary or the job profile. So that is very important. So when you get into that college, you are among the top students, and you will be, you will be taken as the best student who has come into the college. So of course you are going to be very different, and you will feel you are going to be very much advanced when it comes to knowledge or common sense or learning capabilities as compared to your peers. So many a times people, they run after the brands. That's not important. IM ka average student ka package, I definitely, it's definite that a top student from IMT is going to get better profile as well as a better job prospects, better salary as compared to an average student. So लखनऊ जाके या इंदौर जाके एवरेज स्टूडेंट बनने से बेटर है go to IIM or IIM Delhi and become the top student, or let's say among the top 3-4 students, so that you back the best package, you back the best profile, right? So rank यहाँ पर नहीं करना है कभी भी. Also people compare colleges, okay, that is good, but when people say how good is SP Jain is good, but compared to which college, right? So the comparison has to be made. You cannot just look at a particular item and say this is the best. For something to be the best or the better one, there has to be something else, some other option from where you are going to compare. So comparison, it's not always that gives you higher package, or someone who gives you a better job profile is always better. Sometimes brand name matters. See, once you, right now, let's take an example. Does anybody ask you your 10th standard CGPA or your percentage? कोई पूछता है क्या, कोई relative? नहीं ना. But when the board results were out, सब सर पे थे ना. So the way that particular, that fight, that exam, everyone has forgotten about. In the same way, in the long run, 5-6 years down the line, everybody is going to forget from which particular IIM you are from. There are people in the industry, whenever you're going to take a switch, or whenever there is, a particular position that you're going to hold, they are definitely going to look into from which IIM you were. But in the long run, post 5 years, they are just going to see what kind of work you have done. Okay. So if you are at a 95 percentile, you have to take a very bold decision. Should you get into a not so great but a little above mediocre college, or should you actually target next year? Now this is something as a mentor, I cannot decide on my own, and I straight away point you towards which way you should go. Okay, 90% should be your call, and 10% is what a mentor is going to guide you with. It's not going to be completely a mentor's call. So you shouldn't blindly decide anything that is written over Quora, or anything that is written in an article, or anything somebody says. Don't blindly trust it. Listen to everyone. Now think, where do you want to see yourself? What do you think? What kind of capabilities and personality you have? Will you be better off in a mediocre college, or will you be better off in a actually reputed branded college? So ये चीज बहुत जरूरी है. Nothing is black and white here, and it never is. Okay, if you get into IIM Kolkata, is it like you will get a 20 lakh, 30 lakh, 40 lakh package and you will get into a good company? No. The attrition rate of IIM Kolkata is between 15% to 20%, which means out of 100 students, 15 to 20 students, they do not make it to the next year. The curriculum is so difficult. What if you are in one among those people? हर कोई तो ये सोच के जाता है कि नहीं, I'm not going to be a failure, right? But once you reach there and you look at the competition, then you realize, and by that time it's too late, right? So केवल ranks नहीं देखने colleges के. You have to also see what they are willing to give to you and how much you are going to churn it and make it into cheese, right? Ayushman has a query. Hi Omkar. I'm 23 right now and my account is not strong and CATs are also poor. Should I attempt it or not? Ayushman, poor क्या है? किस चीज से compare करो? You need to tell me what CATs you have. Okay. Shivam has a query. I got a 90.79, got call from all new IIM. Should I drop or choose? I am like, I am Rohtak. Should you drop or choose? I am Rohtak. Shivam, what is the problem with Rohtak? The brand name is there, right? So, क्या दिक्कत है? See, I am Rohtak. What do you think the best student who gets into, the first student who gets into I am Rohtak, what would be his or her percentile? What do you think? Where would you stand? Okay. Yeah. Hi, Amtex. I am a bachelor's of pharmacy final year student. It's the best way to take a gap for MBA. Amtech. See, if you are from pharmacy, you can actually target Narsimunji, right? Narsimunji has a MBA in pharmaceuticals. So, of course, the job is going to be very similar to what you have been doing. So, if you want something different, don't look after it. Go for a regular MBA, some other, sales, marketing, HR or something else, finance, जहाँ पर लगे कि कुछ challenging, कुछ नया सीखने को मिले. But if you really know your basics and you really love what you have been doing so far, then go for Narsimunji Pharmaceutical. ठीक है? It's a very good place. You will get into pharmaceuticals and pharma नीचे कभी नहीं जाता है, right? It's never ending, never growing field. Ayushman, which topic in arithmetic is most important for CAT? Arithmetic in which topic? Ayushman, every topic is very important. The entire arithmetic is the most important topic in entire quant. Do CAT percentile matters even after taking admission? Nahi, Ayushman. Once you get into an IIM, nobody is going to ask you. Maybe within your group, within your peers, in the first couple of months, they are going to ask or they're going to talk behind your back that, he has got this much percentile, he's a good student. Okay, people generally will come to know who is from a general category, who is from a reserved category, or they are going to know your percentile. पहले 1-2 महीने में they discuss, right? That's a normal thing. Afterwards, everybody forgets, and the companies who visit, they also don't care what percentile you got. That is not going to be any more achievement of yours. वो बस एक phase था life का, just like your 10th and 12th. Okay, I'll show you the examples. For example, these are the 3 campuses that I have in front of you. This is campus 1, this is campus 2, and this is campus 3. Okay. Can you guys tell me which campus, if I tell you that, you tell me the campus, I will send you there. These all are MBA colleges. ठीक है? तो मेरे को बताना कि किस में जाना चाहोगे? 1, 2 or 3. Which campus would you like to go to? Everyone? Harshad, Omkar, Ayushman, Amtex, Shivam. क्या लगता है किस कैंपस में आके पढ़ना चाहोगे? कैंपस नंबर 1, कैंपस नंबर 2, कैंपस नंबर 3. Campus 1, campus 2. Shivam says NMIMS. Where is NMIMS? Which campus number बता दो. Say this is FMS. So people who know the photograph, who have visited the campus, they would know कि ये कौन सा campus है. This is FMS. This is NMIMS. And this is MET. Campus मेरा ना बहुत बड़ा है. My campus has got so good hostels. AC है, fridge है, washing machine है. मेरे campus में every month we have got fests and all that. क्या करना है उसका? I mean fests तक चलेगा, ठीक है. But the beautification of the campus, how does it matter? क्या फर्क पड़ता है? It's not the building and the infrastructure. Not infrastructure. By infrastructure, I do not mean library or the classrooms that you have and the kind of assistance you are provided. I'm not talking about that infrastructure, but I'm talking about the look and feel of campus का क्या करना है? क्या करोगे? Somebody who has never visited or never seen the photographs will most probably go for first or third. सेकेंड वाला तो लग रहा है कि ये कोई गवर्नमेंट कॉलेज है. वेल, एफएमएस इज गवर्नमेंट कॉलेज, but DU का है, right? So इससे कोई लेना देना नहीं है. All that you have to do in an MBA is knowledge from the peers. That's it. Knowledge from the faculty is there. That is like 40%, 30%. That's it. Everything else will come when you sit together and you study. Now, please understand, if you are going into a college, which is a day scholar, as in you have to study from your home, that is not a good place to, and that's not a good college to go for. हमेशा college लेना where you have the hostel facility available within the campus, okay, and so that you all can sit and study and do the preparation for the presentations or the quizzes or the exams for the next day. MBA is all about that. MBA mein you are going to learn about the nuances of the businesses very, very less. I mean, faculty is going to teach you, you're going to read the books, you're going to learn the case studies and everything. But it's all about, building relationships, building connections, okay? How to manage time and studies and work and other exams, right? Because a lot of students, they also write CFA exam during their tenure in an MBA college. तो आपको वो सीखना है. So a company just sees how street smart you are, apart from, of course, to a certain extent, how much you know about the businesses. They look how street smart you are. If you are jovial, if you can answer things quickly, wittingly, correctly, of course, कुछ भी गप नहीं करना है. So whatever they are going to ask you, if you answer it properly, you are through. That's what the placement is all about. And then you haggle about your job profile and the salary that you will be paid and all that. That will come. Abhi agar main bolun ki suppose if you are not working, you are just going to pass out from the college, or you have already taken a break after your college and you're not working. And if I tell you that a company is going to come and pick you up at 25 lakhs per annum, आप खुशी खुशी चले जाओगे. आप एक सवाल नहीं करोगे कि यार सवाल कर लिया ना तो शायद ये लेके नहीं जाए. Now imagine 2 years down the line, you are at a position where you actually haggle. You're like, 25 is way too low for the kind of person I am and the kind of things I will bring into the company. I need at least 32. ये haggle 2 साल में करना कहां से सीखोगे? Professors तो नहीं बता रहे. So you get to that extent where you look at your peers and you see your worth. That's what all MBA is about majorly. Okay, this is not your PhD course where you write the thesis and you dive deep into the concepts and all the basics of everything. ऐसा कुछ नहीं करना है. That's where in engineers they do very good in MBA colleges. क्योंकि engineering college में life में 4 years, that's what they have done. They don't study for the entire semesters, right? Most of the engineering students, right? So they don't study for the entire semesters. So you have got exam tomorrow, or maybe today evening, or maybe a week from today, and then you pick up the books and you start studying. Books छोड़ो, syllabus उठाते हैं कि आ क्या रहा exam में, right? So that attitude is what is required in an MBA college. So when you are targeting an MBA college right now, if you are looking for 2023 CAT, it's not ABC that you have to target. You have to look into what all things they are going to provide you with and what all things will actually help you out. For example, abhi Shivam ne bataya na, Shivam said, no, Amtex. Amtex said, no, he has a background from of pharmacy. Now, if he has a background of pharmacy, if he loves pharmacy, why would he go into finance or sales or marketing? कोई आईटी कंपनी में जॉब लग जाएगा, क्या करेगा वो? उसको तो पसंद ही नहीं है. And he doesn't even know if he's going to like it or not. So that's wherein you decide what should be your target. So if you are targeting Narsi Munji, so focus very specifically how many questions are asked, negative marking nahi hota hai, what are the sections, what is the exam pattern, kitna cutoff chahiye hoga, A to Z about it. It's like you're going to a war. You should know your opponent. You should know your enemy beforehand. लड़ते वक्त नहीं पता करना है कि अरे इसके पास तो बंदूक है and I went there with a sword. No, learn about it beforehand. Okay. UPTU private college which takes direct admission, some of they claim bigger packages than IIMs. No, Ayushman, those all are lies. No private college from UPTU is ever going to give you a package more than, I believe, 12 to 15 lakhs per annum. Not more than that. Everything else that they say is lie. And see, Ayushman, remember this. In your life, especially in India, if you want to get into the best place, the only way is through competition. So if a college says, आ जाओ एडमिशन ऐसे ही फ्री का दे रहे हैं बिना कोई एग्जाम दिए, एग्जाम भी दिया है तो इट्स जस्ट अ फॉर्मेलिटी, आई डोंट केयर व्हाट योर परसेंटाइल इज, यू आर नॉट गेटिंग इनटू द बेस्ट प्लेस. Without competition, you will never reach the best college, best company, you know, best field of work. नहीं हो सकता. Okay. Should I kind of if academics like 546? Vivek, 546 is, what do you mean by 546? 5 CGPA, 4 CGPA, and 6 CGPA in your 10th, 12th, and grad? Is that what you're asking? No, Sarabji, it won't be. 67 is, unfortunately, it's too low. 90 होता, 85 to 90 भी होता, तब भी चलता, but 67 is way too low. How is master's? Should I apply for it or it's a bluff? Shivam, it's not a bluff, but again, you're comparing that college with which college? Okay, 50%, 40%, and 60%, Vivek. Or did you want to write 54.6? Because I see hyphen over there. Okay. The reasons why you should not write 2023 CAT. 3 reasons मेरे दिमाग में आता है. आपकी शादी होने वाली है. And you're like, I'm going to be too busy. Okay. Because I'll be moving to a new home, I'll have a partner, तो पहले अभी time लगेगा, तो that's the reason I will not be able to write CAT this year. Okay. The second reason is, if you are in a job and you are doing really good, and then you want to, and you are going to have a good appraisal, that's what you have a feeling about. Okay. You have worked on different projects, you have been given lots of letters or mails of appreciation and everything, और आपको लग रहा है you are growing in your vertical in your company, then I believe that you should leave this year. Okay. For example, देखो वो personal choices होते हैं. Last year I had a student, last year as in not 22 but 21, I had a student who was who is a CA, and his package was around 45 to 48 LPA. Okay. And he was trying to get into IIMs. And I told him beforehand that if once you get into IIMs, there is not a guarantee that you will be getting a package which is going to be like 50% high. ऐसा नहीं है कि 48 है तो अब आपको 75 का पैकेज मिल जाएगा. Not a necessity. You may end up at a package which is like 50 or 60 only, or maybe just 48. So be prepared with it. He was trying to get into IIM only because he wanted to upskill himself, and he did not want to continue as just a CA. He wanted to get into the CTO वाले role में, या हो सके तो CEO वाले role में. Now, if he was a CA, he will never rise beyond CTO. So he wanted to get into, not CTO, sorry, CFO. So he wanted to get into the CEO side. So he did an MBA so that he will have a lot of idea as to how businesses and companies run. That was the reason he was doing MBA. He was not doing MBA. He was not, preparing for MBA because he wanted to have a hike in the package. Well, he get into IIM Bangalore. It was very easy for him. Okay. The third reason is, if you are moving abroad, maybe because you have already planned your GMAT or GRA and you are you're going for MBA abroad, or the company is sending you on a job profile. In either case, you can skip MBA this year. These are the only 3 reasons wherein I will support you as to why you should not do CAT this year, why you should not write CAT this year. इसके अलावा कोई और reason नहीं है. Okay. Any other reason is completely not worth. Okay. Even the first reason is not worth actually. Get married, 2 महीने घूमो फिरो, फिर पढ़ाई शुरू कर दो भाई. अब तो शादी हो ही गई है, जिंदगी बस आती रहना है. right? So 50%, 40% and 60%. Vivek, you have got very, very limited colleges when I am talking about the colleges, the good colleges. Okay. You can go after tests, but then also 12th mein 40%. I think you are going to struggle there. Apart from tests, there is no other college who is going to take you in. 40% in 12th, कोई college नहीं लेने वाला. Test ले सकते हो, some private college, some good private college. It's not like कि MET के students they don't bag a package of 15 or 18 lakhs per annum. उनको भी मिलता है भाई. They also do it. Okay. So wherever you are going to go, you have to make sure that you have to be among the best students in that particular batch. हाँ Vivek, that's what I'm saying. You can prepare, but there are very limited colleges that you are going to have. And even you have got a category or a reservation, that 40% in 12th is not going to help. Because CAT में भी category में भी 45 से नीचे SC ST को भी नहीं देते वो. ठीक है? हाँ, I said tests. Tests, they don't look after your 10th, 12th graduation. So you can target tests or you can target some private colleges. For that, of course, you will have to write CAT. Okay? Okay. I'll give you a case study. Okay. So this is one of my students. You can see that he is the same student. Look at the date of birth. Right? Okay. So he wrote 2017 ka CAT. He scored a 99.35 percentile. Overall, in QA, 92.68 in LRDI and 70 percentile in VARC. His overall was 96.26 and he was like, fine. What I will do is, he was getting calls from the newer IIMs. He even got call from, I think, Kozhikode se bhi aaya tha shayad. He was getting into, he had a very decent score in Narsimunji as well. And this is way back. This is 2017 ka CAT hai, theek hai? So Narsimunji वगैरह भी उसमें cut off clear हो गया था. But he was adamant that he wanted to get into only A, B or C. So he took a drop. He wrote CAT next year, 2018. His overall percentile dropped to 79.46. His quant percentile dropped to 69.29. LRDI 94.7 and VRC 66.73. Recipe for blunder. The only way or the only reason, not way, the only reason why you should be leaving or dropping for a year, if you're not working, if you are just going to pass out from college this year, if you are a fresher, एक साल का ड्रॉप तभी लेना जब improve करो भाई. अगर नीचे जा रहे हो तो live it. Don't do that. You can think what this guy went through. He was not, and he left his job, okay? He was not even mentally prepared to actually get out of his room and go search for job because he did not have anything to show what he did for the last almost 10 months back then, okay? He did not leave the job at the beginning. वो उसने जॉब करा फिर सोचा कि अब मेरे को पूरी पढ़ाई करनी चाहिए. So he quit. So 10 months को उसका gap आ चुका था and he was too scared to do anything. He had to take this percentile and get into a random MBA college. कुछ नहीं कर सका वो. Don't do this. Okay? Never do this. If you are taking a drop, the only target in your life for the next 1 year, life as in long run mein life or for the next 1 year should be that you have to ace the exam no matter what. Your life is going to depend on it. That is your last resort. सब ऐसे सोचो. सुबह उठते के साथ ऐसे डर में उठना है कि यार एग्जाम की तैयारी करनी है. Right? Now, once you quit your job and once you start preparing for this, or if you are not in your, if you have, if you're not doing anything, you're not even taking some random course, you're not even working part time. मतलब आप कुछ अपना time waste कर रहे हो. क्या कर रहे हो waste? किस चीज में? पढ़ाई में. पढ़ाई में waste कैसे कर रहे हैं? Because CAT का preparation और MBA preparation in India is not like you have to sit down for 10 months continuously, 10 hours every day and study. That's not how anybody scores 99 और 100 परसेंटाइल, हर दिन 10 घंटे कोई नहीं पढ़ सकता 10 महीने. So what will happen? Your graph is going to go up and up and up as you study. ठीक है. उसके बाद जब डिप आता है ना, फिर आप वापस नहीं पहुंच पाते पिक पे. So you continue like this. So if you want to be here, the time duration should be very less. इसको squeezing करना पड़ेगा. So instead of 10 months, you have to make sure it should be just 5 to 6 months max. इतनी की तैयारी चाहिए. And that also 4 to 5 hours max average study. Right? जो कि जॉब करते वक्त भी हो सकता है on an average. सैटरडे संडे को पूरा टाइम निकालो, सिट फॉर 12-14 hours in study so that you make up with the weekdays. पर अगर आप नहीं कर रहे वो, तो ये दिक्कत हो जाएगा. ठीक है, 5 to 6 months करोगे तब यहां पहुंचोगे. राइट, नहीं तो ड्रॉप हो जाएगा. सो दिस इज व्हाट यू नीड कि नवंबर 23 में आपको यहां होना है. राइट, Now this is for people who quit their job. उससे बड़ा ब्लंडर कोई नहीं करता. People who are there in their final year as in right now, if they are in their pre-final year अभी इस month में, then they are the best candidates. But if you are in your final year and now you are thinking कि ठीक है भैया अब नहीं करते हैं, अब कुछ लखा नहीं है लाइफ में, चलो MBA की तैयारी करते हैं. This is not UPSC, right? Also, people sometimes, if you are in your pre-final year of your graduation, and some people, they are so smart, or whether they are so scared, shall I say, that they don't even sit for placements. क्योंकि उनको लगता है कि उनमें वो capability है ही नहीं कि they will be able to crack it. They will get a decent job, or even companies will let them. Right? So what they do is they make up their mind and tell everyone that I don't want to sit for placements in the college. जब बैठेंगे ही नहीं तो नहीं होने का चांस होता ही नहीं है ना. तो कोई उंगली भी नहीं उठाएगा कि यार इसका तो जॉब भी नहीं हुआ, बैठा भी था प्लेसमेंट्स में. एंड दे स्टार्ट प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर MBA. डोंट डू दिस. सी, इन योर लाइफ योर टारगेट should be to complete your graduation properly with a decent percentage or a GPA. Second priority should be job. Third priority should be all these competitive exams. Job ले लो आप. And if the job is very hectic, you work 6 days a week and your schedule is evening to late night and you are not able to cope up with the change in schedule, don't quit your job and then start studying for this. नहीं, ये तो आप 2 साल बाद भी कर सकते हो MBA. Right? पर job नहीं मिलेगा 2 साल बाद. So on the exam day, you are going to be under tremendous pressure if you quit your job and writing the exam, because every day you have thought about that day. That R या पार हो गए, as in if you are able to clear it, great. अच्छा परसेंटाइल आ गया, इंटरव्यू क्रैक हो गया. पर अगर पार नहीं कर पाए, just like this kid, तो क्या होगा लाइफ का? खत्म, कुछ नहीं बचा है. Wherever you were thinking about yourself, where you will reach, आप ऊपर की जगह नीचे देखना शुरू कर दोगे कि अब किधर जा रहे हो. So no one should ever quit your job if you are targeting this year or even the next year. Okay, never quit your job. And if you are in your graduation, please start preparing right now. If you are in your penultimate year of graduation, उससे पहले मत करना. Ekansh 98.91 CAT. Can we get Amodepur, Trichy, Raipur with average CATs? Average CATs as in Ekansh, what is your average CATs? किसको average बोल रहे हो आप? Nowadays, every student is like, sir, I got an 84 or 85% in my 10th and around 80% in my 12th, and I got somewhere around 75% in my graduation. So मेरा अपना average या below average है. Why? Because they look up to students who have scored 10 CGPA in their 10th, 9 point something in their 12th, and 89-90% in their graduation. आप उनसे compare करके बोलते हो कि मेरा तो below average है. नहीं, 80 plus, around 80 or 70s में graduation in the same order of 10, 12 and graduation, आपका एकदम perfect है. क्या दिक्कत है उसमें? क्यों सोचते हो कि 100% आएगा तभी वो perfect है? Right? Okay. So please remember this quote from Martin Luther King Jr. He said that we must accept finite disappointment. Okay. So एक limited लेवल तक डिसअपॉइंटमेंट आपको सहना है, ओके, बट यू शुड नेवर लीव होप, एज इन बट नेवर लूज इनफाइनाइट होप. होप आप डेली कर सकते हो, ठीक है, डेली you can start from the scratch. You can always give rebirth to the hopes that you have. आज नहीं हुआ, no problem, I'll be able to do it tomorrow. Tomorrow नहीं होगा, no problem, I'll do able to do it next time, next year, next month, next project, next company, right? तो disappointment होना चाहिए, it's very necessary, because that is the driving force that is going to push you to do better. Failure is very important. Unless and until you have never tested failure, you have no idea what success tastes like. फेल नहीं करोगे तो बेटर कभी नहीं हो सकोगे. फेल होना जरूरी है, नॉट डेलिबरेटली, बट आफ्टर गिविंग ट्राई, तब फिर आपको होना है. ओके, नाउ पीपल हु आर टारगेटिंग 2023, who want to get into this year, maybe because one of the two categories like I said, तो चेंज आता है. You have to change your strategy. You have to change the way you look at the questions, the way you solve the questions. Please understand, if you have already written CAT, that it's not about all the concepts. Your English should not be perfect. You should not have mugged up word power made easy. You should not have completed 3 books on quant and LRDI each. Then only you will be able to ace CAT. तब भी नहीं होने वाला, जरूरी नहीं है, right? It's about how you think. For example, this is a question which is from last year CAT 2022. All you guys must have seen. This is slot 1 का question. So let ABCD be a parallelogram such that the coordinates of 3 vertices are this, then the coordinates of vertex D are. Now, are you a 70 percentile student? Are you a 90 percentile student? Or are you a 100 percentile or 99.99 percentile student? It depends what you just read and what are you thinking. If you are thinking equations, if you are thinking drawing the figure, best. A and C का midpoint will be same as B and D का. For that, I will just take the x component, कि 1 और -2 का sum will be same as 3 and किसका sum. From here, I'll get the value of x as -4. This is good enough for me to select the answer and move ahead. 10 seconds. 10 seconds to read the question, another 5 to 10 seconds to write this down and solve. And you are done. Somebody who is also going to solve for y without looking at the options, तो पहले वो y solve करने वाला होगा. Right? I should have written it little to the right. I forgot I'm on to the left. So 1 and -2 sum is going to be same as 3 plus x, and this is going to give you x as -4. Okay. So the difference in a student who scores a 99 plus percentile and a student who scores a 70 percentile is that 99 plus percentile student is not writing equations. He has got no godly knowledge or power. He just knows what he has to do and he decides to skip all of that. He's going to only take up a component and answer. Right? Another question. Alex invested his savings in 2 parts. The simple interest earned on the first part at 15% per annum for 4 years is same as the simple interest earned on the second part at 12% per annum for 3 years. Then the percentage of his savings invested in the first part is. So, how will a 99 plus percentile student going to solve this? He's going to look at simple interest and he's going to take a sigh of relief. Why? Because simple interest means simple. It's easy to calculate. So it says 15% per annum for 4 years is equivalent to 60%. Why? Because you are going to multiply the rate of interest in time. And it is given that this interest at the principal is same as interest earned on the second part. Second part is P2 principal at 12% per annum for 3 years, which is 12 into 3, 36%. So percent and percent, 36%, 60%, these all will cancel out. This is 12 into 5 and this is 12 into 3. The next step is, what is P1? P1 is 3, P2 is 5. So a 99 plus percentile student is not going to write down the equation PRT upon 100, PRT upon 100, फिर equate कर रहा है. वो ये सब नहीं कर रहा है. वो बस ये देख रहा है. And then he's reading the question what is being asked. It's asked about the first part. So first part is 3 out of total part, which is 8. Right? Now 3 by 8 is something which again a 99 plus percentile student must have learned, practiced enough so that he knows what 3 by 8 is exactly. Okay? Another question. The minimum possible value of this for x less than 3 is. So a student will try to actually solve it using partial fraction और थोड़ा सा कुछ करेगा. एक 99 percentile plus student वाला options देखेगा. Right? And he is going to, it says x is less than 3, no? तो वो x की value 2 कर लेगा. If I put x is equal to 2, this is going to be 4 minus 12 plus 10 divided by 3 minus 2, which is going to be 1. So this is going to be 2. 14 minus 12 is 2. Then he is going to put x is equal to 1. When he puts x is equal to 1, this is 1 minus 6 plus 10 divided by 2. So this is 3 by 2, which is, sorry, 11 minus 6 is 5. 5 by 2, which is 2.5. If he is not sure, he is going to put x is equal to 0. When he puts x is equal to 0, this is going to be 0 minus 0 plus 10 divided by 3. So this is 3.33. Itna kafi hai to understand that as we move below, as we go lower, the values are increasing. इतना काफी है ना आंसर करने के लिए कि आंसर 2 होगा. अब ये क्यों सोचो कि x की वैल्यू 2.99 लो? Why will I do that? It's nowhere written that x is an integral value, right? But 2.99 भी ले सकते हैं. But why will I take it when in option we do have a 2? How much time did it take? Put in the values, be accurate, simple addition subtraction करना है. उसमें गलती कर रहे हो तो कोई स्टूडेंट अगर ऐड नहीं कर सकता दो नंबर. See, silly mistake is a different thing. That adding 37 and 59 में गलती से ऐड करते वक्त 86 लिख दिया. This is a silly mistake. But if you're struggling to add 37 and 31, normally कि यार ये 68 होना चाहिए. But if you are doing like this, 7 plus 1 is 8 and 3 plus 3 is 6, तो आपका कभी भी नहीं आ सकता 70-80%. 80 तो दूर की बात है, 70% भी नहीं आ सकता. नहीं हो सकता. There are people who add or subtract 3-digit and 4-digit number ऐसे. Okay, so you have to, ये कौन सा है? ये कोई 12th में सिखाते हैं, इंजीनियरिंग में सिखाते हैं, साइंटिस्ट्स को सिखाते हैं. These all things where the teachers used to try to teach you all of this when you were in your 6th or 7th standard. Bas, you have to go back to 6th and 7th standard students. Life. Okay. Next one. In a class of 100 students, 73 like coffee, 80 like tea, and 52 like lemonade. It may be possible that some students do not like any of these 3 drinks. Then the difference between the maximum and minimum possible number of students who like all the 3 drinks. So, a 99 plus percentile student would know the shortcut to this. उसको exactly पता है कैसे निकालते हैं. He must have gone through the videos, he must have gone through the lectures, he must have gone through the chapter in a book where this all things are taught. 70-80 percentile वाला बच्चा इसको देखा भी नहीं होगा. उसने छोड़ा छोड़ो यार क्या करना है, इतना दिमाग नहीं खर्च करेंगे. दिमाग खर्च नहीं करोगे तो कभी पैसे नहीं बनेंगे खर्च होने लायक. Right? So total is 100. We have got coffee is equal to 73, we have got tea is equal to 80, and we have got lemonade is equal to 52. We have a total of 205. Right? So 100. If I want to minimize करूंगा तो what I will do is I'll be giving 2 to everyone. 200 गया तो 5 extra बचा. So minimum we will have is 5, right? And if I want to maximize, maximum of all is always the smallest of the sets. हमेशा आंख बंद करके। तो फॉर्मूला है, कैसे पता, कौन सिखा रहा है, सब जगह है, everywhere it is written, everywhere it is given. It's all about did you practice enough so that you can remember. It's not mugging up. Maximum is going to be 52. So what is the difference between 52 and 5? कितना टाइम लगा? Hardly 20-30 seconds. Right? Question on geometry. People have this excuse. Sir, I did not have maths in 11th and 12th. I couldn't solve geometry question. भाई अगर आप 11 12 के एक्सक्यूज लाइफ लॉन्ग देते रहोगे तो आप कभी कुछ नहीं कर पाओगे। वो एक्सक्यूज था 11 12 में साइंस नहीं लेने का, कुछ और रीजन था। एवरी स्टूडेंट नोज व्हाट वाज द रीजन दे डिड नॉट टेक अप साइंस, दे डिड नॉट टेक अप मैथ्स। सम पीपल हु टुक अप कॉमर्स दे डिसाइडेड दैट दे वांट कॉमर्स विदाउट मैथ्स। आपको पता है रीजन, अगर आप वैसे स्टूडेंट हो, आपको मैथ्स से डर लगता था, you hated maths, you disliked it, you were scared of it, and that is chasing you till date, and it will chase you all your life. Remember this, whatever scares you, the only way to not get ever scared with it is to confront it. अंधेरे से डर लगता है, जाओ ना अंधेरे में, पकड़ने दो भूत को. Let's see what will happen, right? So suppose the medians BD and C of a triangle ABC intersect at point O. So a 99 plus percentile student is simply going to look at the medians and he will be very happy. उसके लिए चुटकी का काम है. कैसे? He is going to draw a median. The figure is even though not required. This is just for your convenience. Okay. So this is BD. And then he draws the next median, which is CE. So another median is this, CE, and they intersect at the point O. We need to find out the area of the triangle EOD. If the area of the entire triangle is 108 centimeter square. फिगर ड्रॉ करने में जो टाइम लगा, कितना टाइम लगेगा सॉल्व करने में? Hardly 10 seconds. So, in every book, everywhere, wherever, whoever taught you, they must have told you that when you join the midpoints of any triangle in this world, the area is 1/4 on each side. So, if I name this particular point as F, so area of triangle EDF is going to be 1/4 of total area. ये हो जाएगा 27 centimeter square. Now, whoever taught you should have definitely also taught you that the median of the original triangle is also going to be the median of the smaller triangle inside it. And it divides the entire triangle into 6 smaller triangles of equal area, and this is 2 such triangles. Count करो, 1 2 3 4 5 6. 6 में से ये 2 है. So this is further area of triangle EOD is 1/3 of this 27 centimeter square, which will give you 9 centimeter square. Now I am writing all of this so that you can understand. Exam में ये थोड़ी लिखते हैं अपन कि area of this triangle is equal to this triangle, this is divided by this triangle is similar. See, you used to write this during your school days. Why? Because you had to convey to the examiner that, you know, how did you solve it. इधर कौन देख रहा है रफ शेट? क्यों लिखना है सब चीज? Looking at this, you can straight away write 1/4 of 108 as 27. फिर 27 के आगे 1/3 करके 9 लिख दो. Why do you have to write on the step marking? Steps. Step marking नहीं है, ब्यूटिफिकेशन का कोई मार्क्स नहीं है. Actually marks deduct हो जाता है because you go slow. Right? I did my grad in 20. Do I prepare for CAT? Ayush, did you write? What are you doing currently? What are you doing currently? Okay, so that's all for today. Anyone who is thinking of joining CAT 2023, we are going to start a comprehensive program. A new batch is just going to start. What all things do we provide you with? You are given a tablet, proper एक tablet मिलता है, wherein you attend your live sessions and you watch the videos which are there in your online account. Okay, you get more than 200 hours of live classroom sessions. You get more than 75 mocks for CAT as well as non-CAT exams. 10,000 plus practice questions are provided you with on your online account. More than 300 engaging videos about the analysis, pre-exam analysis, post-exam analysis, all of these are provided. You are helped with all these sections, whether they come in CAT or other exams. You are helped with your GDPI and VAT preparation. That includes at least 15 sessions. You're provided with a proper book so that you can study and practice offline, and you're also provided with more than 5 years of previous year questions so that you don't have to go anywhere. You're also provided with formula ebooks. The link to joining the batch is given in the description below. On 4th of February, we are going to provide you with a CAT program scholarship wherein you can avail up to 90% scholarship. So अभी जिस बैच के बारे में बात कर रहे थे, you can write this test and if you do well, so you can get up to 90% scholarship. Please register it now. Limited seats are there. It's not like if 200 students will come in, सबको scholarship मिल जाएगा और सबको हम लोग include कर लेंगे. Okay. So far, more than 27,000 students have won these scholarships, and we have provided scholarships worth more than 1 crore. Okay, that's huge. On 28th of Jan at 7 p.m. As in today at 7 p.m. Mr. Vikrant is going to take your session on CAT 2023 के लिए ही strategy to ace VARC. Okay. So people struggle with a lot of VARC. The case study, the example of one of my students that I have given you the scorecards for 17-18, he also struggled a lot in VARC. He was not able to improve it to that extent, but he lost so much in quant, right? So VARC important है. ये पहला आपका step होता है, stage होता है CAT exam में. Okay. And if you are looking to write CMAT this year, so CMAT 2023 All India Open Mock has already begun. Tomorrow is the last day for that. So make sure that you register for this and write the exam. Okay, you will get a proper CMAT experience. You will be provided with video solutions by the expert faculty. It will help you strategize the your strengths and weaknesses, which all topics to study, which all questions to leave, which all questions to solve. Okay, so for this also, the link is given in the description and is there in the chat. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us on, subscribe our YouTube channel, follow us on Instagram, and like our Facebook page, which is BYJU'S Exam Prep MBA. You can also join our Telegram channel, which is BYJU'S Exam Prep for MBA. And you can download our app wherein you can watch hundreds of such videos free of cost. And before you guys leave, please make sure that you do put in a like. That's all that we want. ये सब केवल likes के लिए कर रहे हैं. Thank you. Thank you for joining. Take care. Bye-bye.